Hi, I'm Artiel. Welcome to my second review. This time, it's...
Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back.
This one was released a year and 2 months after the first one. This one was released on the 31st of October 1997. Let's get into the story. The story is that Cortex has fallen off his ship like a twat, and he crashes despite the fact that he doesn't die. I don't even know if that makes sense or not. Whatever. Anyway, he discovers power crystals, and he's plotting something. You can tell by his face. 365 days later, he's built a fucking massive Cortex vortex, but he needs 25 crystals to power it. But he hasn't got any friends to recruit the remaining 25 power crystals. So he's deciding to use an enemy instead. And what other enemy could he have other than more than Crash? Fucking hell, I can't talk properly. But yeah. And Crash and Coco are relaxing in the jungle when Coco needs a new battery, despite the fact we're in a fucking jungle. And Torna's not even in this game. She was removed because Naughty Dog thought she was a bit too sexy for kids. Anyway, now the gameplay. I forgot to mention, in the first game, the controls are a bit Humpty Dumpty. In this game, the controls are fixed. And not only that, in the first game, you had to get a gem, you had to go through the whole level without dying and break every single box. In this game, you still have to break every single box, but it actually tells you how many boxes you've smashed, and you can die and still get the gem. So yeah, and you can... Wait, after we are dropped to the warp room, Cortex Fathead appears and tells us basically that we have to collect the power crystals because he doesn't have any friends, and I don't blame, because who the hell wants to be friends with a fucking square, fucking weird head who has a fucking N on their forehead? And also, the reason we got the bosses, yeah, they're not... He's not friends with the bosses from the first game because, I kicked their asses and I don't think they trust Cortex anymore since he's such an idiot. One of my biggest complaints with the first game is that you couldn't save whenever you wanted. In the first game, in order to save, you had to collect all the Torna bonus mugs and complete a bonus stage without dying or get a gem. In this game, you can save whenever you want from the warp room by just basically walking onto the load save screen. There's mine from there's when I first did it, when I did the walkthrough. Me and April played for a bit. That one's empty. First thing you may notice is that the warp room is a lot different from the first game. In the first game, you had to do every level in order. In here, you can do whatever level you want. So, if you're stuck on a level and you're put off from it, you can just move on to another level and come back to that level later. And the difficulty, what a lot of people say about the first game is that the difficulty was horrendous. In this game, the difficulty has been toned down, and there's even some new features that you couldn't do in the first game. Now, Crash can slide, do a slide jump to go even higher. He can crawl, and if you press jump and circle, he'll do a belly flop. And the belly flops actually serve a purpose. They can bring you to places that you can't get to without using the belly flop. I'll even show you. I didn't know you could do that, when I first played this game. New enemies this time around, which I like, and it's just all around a better game, in my opinion. And there are some boxes that you can't get to. Oh yeah, there's a new box as well. I forgot to mention, in the first game, there were TNT boxes where if you jump on them, it gives you 3 seconds before they explode. And I'm actually going to show you. In this game, it introduces a new box, the Nitro box. If you instantly touch them, they will immediately explode. See, like that. Yeah, like that. And, yeah. And I love how they made us use these new features. There are some boxes you can't get to without using the slide jump. Like, there you go. Like that. Another new box that they introduced was the Nitro switch. They had they had exclamation marks in the first game, but they were grey ones. In this new game, in this one, there's green exclamation boxes. They explode every single Nitro crate because we're not allowed to touch them, so we can't explode them by ourselves. So that box does it for us. And you know, the boxes from the first game make a return. The Aku Aku boxes make a return, serve as an extra hit point. You know, the Wumpa Fruit boxes still make a return. And the question mark boxes still make a return. The last game had bonus stage. In the last game, in order to get a bonus stage, you had to collect 3 mugshots. And if you die in the bonus stage, you have to start the level all over again from scratch. In this game, all you had to do is just land on that platform. And even if you die, you'll still be able to go on it over and over and over again. And the bonus stages don't save the game because you can save whenever you want. You know? And they actually count towards the box count. New features involve walking on mud, riding a jetpack, jet ski, you idiot. Sorry, my mistake. Riding, not in that way, a polar bear. Climbing on monkey bars, which I actually really enjoyed. Don't Wrath of Cortex ruined it by making him go so fucking slow. That's my only flaw with this game. I'm not going to talk about Wrath of Cortex. We'll get to that in another review. Anyway, back to Crash 2. Burrowing in the ground so you can escape most enemies. And finally, flying a jetpack. Coloured gems make a return in this game, and they still unlock new paths within previously completed levels that lead to more boxes. And there's even secrets which open up new paths to previously completed levels that contain boxes that you couldn't get before. And there's even a new challenge this time around, death routes. They're basically harder versions of the level that you're in. It spikes the difficulty up. You can only make it without dying, and if you manage to complete it, you are rewarded with a gem. Bosses and gems make a return. There's even a new collectible now. In the last game there were keys. In this game the keys are now gone and are replaced with these crystals that appear in every single level, except the 2 secret levels. So overall, what do I think of this game? It's basically, you know, an improved Crash 1, but more better and different. You can save whenever you want. The controls are better, not Humpty Dumpty like the last game. New features, some features make a return, the keys, the pain in the arse keys are gone. You can start again in the bonus stage if you die. The game is a lot less difficult to play, new features, better bosses, better soundtrack. It's just an amazing Crash game that you should definitely purchase if you are a fan of Crash Bandicoot. And I had fun most of the time. I had fun completing this game off camera and when I did the walkthrough. It is my favourite out of the original trilogy. It's my second favourite Crash game. The Insane trilogy is my favourite Crash game, so technically this is still the case. You know? So, for everything that this game improved over Crash 1 and everything that this game did do that Crash 1 didn't do, I am going to give my second favourite Crash Bandicoot game, Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, an 8 out of 10 because it is fucking amazing. It's a Crash game that you should definitely buy if you are a fan of Crash Bandicoot. Ugh. So, that was my honest thoughts and opinion on Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, then share, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And if anyone out there thinks that my videos are crap, let me know why in the comments and hopefully I'll improve. And if you're new to this channel or you've just found it, feel free to subscribe if you want. I'm Artiel. Bye. I will see you very soon. I'm out.